Hi, I'm Roger Ingram. This is my wife, Victoria. And here we are sitting outside in the shade on a hot day in Columbus, Georgia. And we're sitting out here outside of the Columbus Convention Center. And we've been here at the International Trumpet Guild Conference. This is our second day, right?
Yep.
And I've been at the Jupiter booth since about 9 o'clock this morning. And here we are about just after 4 o'clock. And the day has gone by like this. I've had nothing but just constant people coming in trying this horn that I designed about 3 years ago. I think we gave birth to this. It's the Jupiter EXO 1600i B-flat trumpet. It's the EXO 1600i B-flat trumpet. And I have to say this is the best trumpet I've ever played in my life. Now, of course, it was designed per the specs that I gave Jupiter, but I continually find more and more things great about this horn. And every single time someone picks up this horn, they just love it. And the price is right. And it comes with extras. There's an extra slide for it and different caps. You can make anything out of this trumpet that you want. And in the meantime, well, before I designed this horn, we wrote our book, Clinical Notes on Trumpet Playing, and we can't even keep that book in stock. I think it's on the recommended and required reading list at 3 or 4 universities in the United States and around the world.
And another 3 or 4 around the world, yep.
Yeah. And 1-2-3 Publications published Clinical Notes on Trumpet Playing. And 1-2-3 has just created their products division. So now we make duplicates of the lead trumpet mouthpiece that I've been playing for over 20 years. And they also make duplicates of the V-cut mouthpiece that I've been playing over 20 years, that I recorded a lot of the records I did with Harry Connick Jr. with, including Blue Light, Red Light, and a lot of the Christmas albums. So we've been sitting here today, all day, with the horn and the book and my mouthpieces. And I'd say there's been like 30 or 40 trumpet players come up and play the horn and look at the book and look at the mouthpieces, and it's always an inspiration to me to see the smiles on everybody's face when they put this horn up and they say, wow, this plays really easily. Now, did you make this just to be a commercial lead horn? I said, well, initially, yeah. And then I've had a lot of classical players, even today, come up and play the horn to say, wow, this really slots nicely. And they play a lot of the excerpts, the traditional excerpts. They say, this is one of the easiest trumpets I've ever played in my life. So I'm very, very proud of my association with Jupiter and EXO and this horn and all the support that Jupiter gives us for our educational endeavors. In fact, we're going to be doing another one of our pedagogy tours this summer. I think it's probably going to start in late July and probably go through August.
Start in Toronto.
And we're going to go to Toronto, Montreal, Boston, New York, Philadelphia, probably Baltimore.
Yep.
And then we're gonna take the long way home, because we live in Chicago. We live in one of the western suburbs of Chicago. And after Baltimore, where was it we went 2 years ago?
We hop across Pennsylvania, Ohio,
and then we go,
Indiana, and then back and probably make a stop in Champaign, Illinois on our way back home to Chicago.
So what we're going to do is after we do this tour, and you and I have been on the road for a few days. I did a performance last night after Vicki and I had driven 14 hours from Chicago, because we like to drive together. We have a van that has a bed in the back. And so she drives and I sleep.
Or I sleep and you do.
Yeah, and so we can just go forever, actually. Or we can pull over and rest.
Yep.
And so we drove about 14 hours, and then I did a performance last night, and I've been at the booth all day. Now tomorrow we have to go to Arkansas. We have some business there. We're going to visit my mother, and then we're going to go back to Chicago. And once we get back to Chicago, we're going to look at the map and say, where do we want to go? And we're going to plan the pedagogy tour. And then I'll probably make a post on the various trumpet forums like Trumpet Master, Trumpet Herald, the MF Forum and T-Pen,
Right.
and we'll let people know that we're going to be coming to the city.
We'll give them dates
And give them
people can
dates,
Contact us.
and then they get hold of me through my wife. She books all the lessons and schedules all my events. If they contact Vic at rogeringram.com, and if they want to have a lesson after they've seen that what dates are going to be in their town, we can set up a lesson or a clinic, or if someone has a local big band where they'd like me to come in and be a guest soloist, we've done a lot of those.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to do it. Or you can contact me at roger@rogeringram.com, and that's what's going on.
Yep.
You know, we've been having a nice time. It's starting to get hot.
Yes, it is.
The summer's coming. We live in Chicago, and we're down south here, and we're even going to go further south, probably. To Mom's place in Arkansas, or is it about the same?
I think it's about the same
About
line,
the same.
but it'll be hot there too.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing.